Okay, today's finally the day. Had gravel delivered on Wednesday. Today is Saturday. I've been so busy at work. Had to work today, so I just got off work, went and picked the tractor up, came straight out here. I'm gonna try to still make some progress, not consider today a loss since I had to work a full day. This video is just gonna be real simple, not really anything to explain. I'm just gonna use the tractor and I'm gonna finally spread this gravel. This is 7 tons of 1-inch washed stone. I'm hoping 7 tons is enough. That's the most he would deliver in one load. Hopefully that does it. If it doesn't, I don't care too much because I'm gonna be doing gravel here and there. I can just mix in some extra with something else that I order at some point. But that's probably all I'm gonna get done today is just spread this, even it out, and go ahead and leave, come back tomorrow and work on some other stuff. Though that being said, I'm just gonna put in a time lapse right here of me spreading it, so enjoy. Well, here it is. I know it's not 100% ideal, best possible way to do it. I talked about this in another video, but for people that haven't seen it, I'm trying to stay cost effective on everything out here. I've already had people commenting saying that it's a bad idea and I should just pour a new driveway slab. It just doesn't make sense to me to put that much money into an expanded parking area for a house in this condition. My goals here were to expand the area I could park in and get it closer to level with the carport because I didn't like that big drop off because it's hard for me to move stuff in and out. I'm still not even with it. Next time I have some gravel delivered for another project, I'll add some there and scoot it back. But in order to remain at the depth that I wanted to across everywhere, that's kind of just where it had to end up. But it's a lot better now than it was. It was like a 4.5, maybe 5-inch step up. Now it's more like 2 inches in most spots, maybe 3 inches in the tall spots. Much more manageable step up into the carport. But it was just a little bit short on gravel, which I expected. It was going to take like 7. When I did the calculations, it needed to be like 7.7 tons, and I bought 7 tons, so I was like 7/10 of a ton short, and that's about what it looks like. If I would have had just that little extra, I could have kept the depth better and I could have filled that in better, but I think it's going to be just fine for now. And I know gravel directly on top of concrete isn't a good idea. I tried to keep it thick enough that hopefully it won't wash out too bad. Even if it does, I'll correct it. And I'll see just about how bad that's going to be because we're supposed to get a pretty big rain tonight, so I'll come here tomorrow and see what happens. But yeah, I have no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind there's big, huge rainstorms. I'm sure it's going to wash some trails into this. I'll just smooth it back out the next day, and then as time goes on here and there, I'll add gravel to it if it washes totally away. I need to add gravel to it anyway in the condition that's in. At the end of the day, it's all just about cost. I don't prefer gravel over concrete, but this was $300 to do this. And I don't know what it would have cost to pour concrete. I really would, to do it right, this would need to be all torn out, and I would have had to do new forms. All the work. There would have been a lot of time and a lot of money compared to this. This was $300, and I put all of it down in about 45 minutes. And if it doesn't work, I can scoop it all up and use it somewhere else. But this gives me exactly what I wanted, a nice big parking area. I can park 2 vehicles side by side here now. But that is pretty much going to conclude the retaining wall series for now. Pretty much that's going to be it. The only thing I might do is just add a border at the top of this. I'm most probably just going to go down the street to the hardware store and buy a couple more railroad ties and maybe put one here, and one down there. I think that would be good enough. Just something to bump a tire against. I'm not really concerned about falling off of it. None of the other retaining walls on the property have a guardrail of any type. And if I do decide to add a guardrail, it would be way down the line when I got simpler things to be concerned about. But right now I need to start focusing on the house. But I just did not want to get started on the house and get sidetracked before the retaining wall and that driveway up into the field was completely finished, because I knew that if I left these halfway done, I would never come back to them, and it would just be a halfway done project right in front of the house forever. But this is finished now. Finished. my goal at this point is not in any way landscaping to like make the property more visually appealing. I'm just going for functionality right now to make it easier to work on the house. So thank you everybody that enjoyed the series and commented and followed along. I'm really glad I had all the support that I did throughout it because I needed it. It was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I know I learned a lot throughout this entire series, and I feel really, really good to see it all done. And I'm very excited for what the future holds with this property, and I'm very excited to get into the projects on the interior of the house finally, to start actually working on the house instead of just the property. But as always, thanks again for the continued support, and thank you guys for watching.